Hey, what up everyone? Welcome to another episode of P.O.L. Gamer Review. And today's episode is all about fighting games on the Sony PSP. Let's get into it. Number 1. Mortal Kombat Unchained. The PlayStation Portable version of Mortal Kombat Deception. The game was released on November 13th of 2006 and includes the previously GameCube exclusive characters Shao Kahn and Goro. It also adds to the roster Kitana, Jax, Frost, and Blaze, who were previously unplayable and only found in Conquest mode. Unlike the previous iterations of the game, all of the characters and stages are available from the outset, thus no longer requiring the need to unlock them, though alternate costumes still need to be unlocked. An Endurance mode was an exclusive new feature in the PSP version, where players can compete against a constant wave of opponents. Also, the PSP's wireless ad hoc functionality could be used for multiplayer games. This is the first game to be ported onto a Sony portable platform, the second being Mortal Kombat from 2011, ported to the Sony PlayStation Vita. Yes, Mortal Kombat Unchained is based on Mortal Kombat Deception, a fighting video game developed and published by Midway, and is the 6th installment in the Mortal Kombat video game franchise. It was released for PS2 and Xbox in 2004, the GameCube in 2005, and later ported to the PlayStation Portable in November of 2006. Deception follows the storyline from the 5th installment, Deadly Alliance. Its story centers on the revival of the Dragon King Onaga, who attempts to conquer the realms featured in the series after defeating the sorcerers Quan Chi and Shang Tsung, the main antagonists in the previous game, and the Thunder God Raiden, defender of the Earth Realm. The surviving warriors from the previous titles join forces to confront Onaga. During its release week, Mortal Kombat Deception shipped 1 million units, surpassing sales of the previous MK title and becoming the fastest-selling game in Midway's history. A year later, the game had shipped 1.9 million units worldwide. Prior to the game's release, GameSpot named it the best fighting game of E3 in 2004. It was also the winner of the 2004 GameSpot Top Spike TV Video Game Awards in the category of Best Fighting Game. In GameSpot's Best and Worst of 2004, Deception received the award for Best Fighting Game. Number 2. Tekken 6. A fighting game developed and published by Bandai Namco Games, is the 7th installment in the Tekken franchise. It was released in arcades on November 26, 2007 as the first game running on the PlayStation 3-based System 357 arcade board. A year later, the game received an update, subtitled Bloodline Rebellion. Both versions also saw a limited release in North America. A home version of the update was released for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 on October 27th of 2009. This was the first time a main installment was produced for another console. It was ported to the PlayStation Portable on November 24th, 2009. The game was produced by Katsuhiro Harada, who aimed to give the fights a strategic style while remaining faithful to the previous games in the series. The game received generally positive reviews. Critics praised the visuals and the new fight mechanics, but had mixed opinions about the handling of the scenario campaign. Nevertheless, the PSP port was also well received for how faithful it was to the initial console versions. The game's sales have reached 3.5 million copies worldwide. It was later re-released with the spin-off Tekken Tag Tournament 2 for the PlayStation 3.
You lose. Continue.
Number 3. Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai, Another Road. A fighting game that is the sequel to the best-selling game Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai, and the second Dragon Ball Z game to be released for the PlayStation Portable, was developed by Dimps and released on the PlayStation Portable in 2007. The plot of this game is a brand new story revolving around Majin Buu being released in future Trunks' alternate timeline. Like most of the Dragon Ball movies, Another Road is considered a side story to the Dragon Ball series. Key features of the game include 7 game modes, 24 unique playable characters, high-speed ad hoc battles with the universe's most powerful fighters, in-game transformations to make the battle even more intense, an improved fighting system with over 50 new fighting skills and ultimate attacks, brand new power level system in story mode, network battle, and the ability to change camera angles. Shin Budokai Another Road received 6.8 out of 10 on GameSpot, a 7 out of 10 on IGN, and a 65% out of 100 on Metacritic. IGN's verdict was Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai Another Road is more of the same. But for DBZ fans, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It certainly won't draw any new fans that the last game couldn't have, but it should appease fans for a fair bit of time, especially with its multi-tiered storyline. Number 4. BlazBlue Calamity Trigger, a fighting game developed by Arc System Works in 2008. The game was originally released for the arcades, and it was also released for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Microsoft Windows. Of course, a port for the PlayStation Portable titled BlazBlue Calamity Trigger Portable was released in 2010. It was the first title in the BlazBlue game series and extended franchise. The console versions have received positive reviews with scores of 87 out of 100 and 86 out of 100 for the PS3 and Xbox 360 respectively on Metacritic. Praise has been given for the depth of gameplay in spite of a comparatively small roster, as well as an excellent online component. The game's plot has also been surprisingly well received, many reviews noting it is well conceived and exceptional amidst the often lackluster and convoluted stories that the fighting genre has. Both console versions of the game debuted in the top 10 of Japanese sales charts during their week of release. The PS3 version entered at number 5, and the Xbox 360 entered at number 6. BlazBlue was nominated for a Spike Fighting Game of the Year award, but lost to Street Fighter IV. Number 5. Soul Calibur Broken Destiny, a fighting video game in the Soul Calibur series for the PlayStation Portable. It uses many of the features of Soul Calibur 4, including its character customization mode. One of the goals of the game is to target beginners and novice players with Soul Calibur 4's content. The game introduces 2 new characters to the series, Kratos from the God of War series, and Dempierre, a new original character. The game received favorable reviews according to the review aggregation website Metacritic. Common criticisms were a lack of story, game modes, and online versus modes. In Japan, Famitsu gave it a score of 1, 7, and 3/8, for a total of 31 out of 40. Metacritic gave it an 80 out of 100. Soul Calibur Broken Destiny includes 28 characters. All regular characters from Soul Calibur 4 have returned, but the bonus characters and Star Wars guest characters from Soul Calibur 4 are absent. At the 2009 Electronic Entertainment Expo, Namco Bandai revealed that they were to be replaced with a different guest character, Kratos from Sony's God of War series, and Dempierre. Number 6. Power Stone Collection, known as Power Stone Portable in Japan, is a game released for the PlayStation Portable in 2006 and later ported as a download-only version for the PlayStation Vita in 2012. It includes Power Stone and Power Stone 2, along with extra content such as 12 new items, the ability to play as Kraken and Valgus in the second game, and Pete, Julia, Gourmand, and Excel in the first game. However, the VMU features from the second game have been, of course, removed. Power Stone is a 3D fighting game made by Capcom. Power Stone was initially released on the Sega Naomi hardware and later ported to the Sega Dreamcast. In October 2006, Capcom ported the game and its sequel, Power Stone 2, to the PlayStation Portable as Power Stone Collection. An anime TV series based on the game ran in 1999 from April 3rd to September 25th. In Japan, Game Machine listed Power Stone on their May 1st, 1999 issue as being the 18th most successful arcade game of the month. In the USA, Blake Fisher reviewed the Dreamcast version of the game for Next Generation, rating it 5 stars out of 5, and stated that every Dreamcast owner should have this title. It's unique, it's fast, and most importantly, it's loads of fun. Review website Game Rankings gave the PSP version of Power Stone and the Power Stone Collection a 75% out of 100, while Metacritic gave it a 74 out of 100. Alright everyone, that brings us to the end of the episode. Thank you so much for sticking around this long. If you like what I'm doing here, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, as it really encourages me to continue making videos. And don't forget to check out the community tab on my YouTube page, where we host weekly polls to decide what the topic will be on the next PSP GEMS. That's right, you, the viewer, chose fighting games for this episode, and you will choose the next episode. So until next time, I'll catch you on the flip. Goodbye.
We're out here lost.